Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode number 5 of our budget van build. If you guys haven't seen any previous episodes, I do suggest you have a little catch up because to get to this stage where we're at right now, it was absolutely nightmare. But nonetheless, all the dirty work is done. The van is now fully insulated. We have the skylight. The next thing will be the woodwork. Before we go ahead with the video, first of all, I want to thank our sponsors. I want to say thank you to ALLPOWERS for supplying our 200 watts solar panels. We have 2 of them on the roof right now. Thank you our bossy for supplying us the fridge they're going to be fitted in here, and thank you Auto Vox for supplying us reverse and the front cameras, which we'll be using as a CCTV. So guys, in today's episode, we're going to be proceeding with the woodwork. And the first thing, of course, Mr. Daniel is going to be building us a bed frame. So let's go. So far, this is what we've done. Okay, so we've got the wheel arches covered. Again, this is something not originally Mr. Daniel thought of doing, but I thought it was a good idea because we can use the top part of this as a shelf underneath from the garage, and at the same time as well, I thought, what he thought is a good idea to make this space a little bit usable. So as you can see, we've got some gaps in there, and rather than just screwing us down, he put this on a little lip, so we can use that as a lid. Although the access to that is going to be rather limited, bearing in mind it's going to be under our bed, I thought originally it might be a good idea to stash or hide certain things in there for an absolute emergency, something we don't need an access to maybe all the time. So if you guys got any ideas, do comment down below. But so the next step, as I said, is going to be the woodwork for the beds. We're trying to line up some things, and of course it's very important to trying to incorporate everything that we need to and think of everything in advance. But as you can imagine, it is rather difficult, bearing in mind this is our first time. But so far he just cutting some wood in the garage because it's raining like crazy again. Well, it's a weekend, and we're starting to hopefully assemble the bed frame today.
The plan. So we are doing beds, right? So what we've done so far is we've done wheel arch covers out of OSB board, right, because it's cheaper. We've now, quick tip actually, remember wherever you are parked, you could be going downhill. So when you get your spirit level out and you're like spirit leveling up your wood and everything else, think, yeah, that's level. Just remember, is your van level. That's what you got to know. And I've got one of these from Parkside, Lidl's. You can set your 0.
Parkside Daniel.
Parkside Dan. So you can set your 0. So wherever you are, right? So that's my 0. So I can 0 that up, and I can double check it around the van to know, am I level with that? And I am. So anyway, get your level. Right, in case your van's not level. Right, so we have decided that we're going to have basically 550mm below the bed base. Now that's going to be full length of the bed, so for storage, tables, chairs, garage, you know, that sort of thing, right? So that's what we're going to have. We've got this here, right? We're going to mount, so we've got a line here, which is a 140 finish line of where basically that's where we're going to put a bit of 18mm ply on the front, and then our kitchen goes down from there. So this back here, 140 back, is about here. That's our bed size. But we're going to continue the batten down so we can screw into this beam. We've got a beam here and a beam up Scotty there. But I'm just putting these on so I get my level. So when I screw it back, we're good to go. Right, now, what we're going to do after that is, Anna's jumping the gun, we're going to cover this. And we bought, it's hardboard, but it's the white coated.
Nice and shiny.
Right? Well, it's not
Wipeable.
shiny. It's got a, yeah, it's wipeable. So we're going to be using this. So we're going to have one big panel that's just going to sit below the bed line. So we're going to bosh it back. We're going to tap in the garage space and maybe a couple up here. We're going to mark all this out, draw the back, cut it down. But basically we're going to come up to this level underneath. And then we're going to come all the way down to about just, well, almost just above this, where it sits. That is going to act as our internal wall. We're going to add a couple of we're going to put another one, wedge it in, but we're going to cut one for length. Because of where it is actually going to be seated, we can just couple of screws in the front of that as well, just to screw it back, just to give it less flex. And the rest of it can just sit up and take here. Now, the second set of bed for our little girl, we've got mounting points in here, a bit like these, but a little bit bigger than that, but smaller than the other one. So the IKEA Stravas are going to sit on them, right? Because that's tough as old boots, isn't it? And she only weighs, what, 18 kilos now? So, plus obviously weight of the bed and everything else, but plenty strong enough, right? So we're going to mount them off of these, one there, and I think there's one here with the Strava. That's plenty for her weight, and even I could probably lay on that and it won't be a problem. So that's the plan. So we're going to mark out, obviously we're going to mark where they are up on this section. Same with this one. So when we come to actually do it, we'll cut a little square out. And after we've cut that out and we've mounted it, we'll just put a little bit of insulation behind it and maybe a little bit of aluminium foil over the top. But because it's going to be here, you're not going to see any of it. So
it's in our bedrooms, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be in our bedrooms. We're also going to do it on the other side and down the other end as well. And then the joint from the other end will be actually behind the wardrobe, so you're not even going to see a joint. So, so yeah, so that's where we are. Yeah, that's it.
So another day. Unfortunately, we have to abandon the ship last night because we have been away over the past weekend camping. So now we started to do the bedding again, the beds again. But we've decided to put back the original wooden hardboard just to kind of make it look a bit tidier for now and make it easy for us to screw on the other part of decorative white hardboard. So Mr. Daniel screwed back all of both sides of the wheel arches, and so now we're continuing with the beds. It was a small change of plan in terms of the wood. We've gone for slightly chunkier wood here. This is there to basically support the another hardboard, the white one, where we're going to be putting this in the wall. Just help it to maintain a bit better shaping, I suppose.
A bit more rigidity.
A bit more rigidity, yeah. So that's the plan.
And
again,
something to screw into.
And something to screw into, yes. And the reason, obviously, we put those, I don't know, we just thought, well, why not? Extra bit of installation. It just looks a bit tidy as well. But of course, it's going to be all covered up anyway. So yes, the plan is today is to do the beds, fingers crossed. We've got all the wood and
yeah, we've got enough wood to do it. We just need to cut our lengths.
We've got on the other side.
We need to do the rivets.
Rivets.
So we've got rivet nuts to do.
Oh yeah, because you bought a tool, didn't you?
I did. I bought a rivet nut tool.
Yeah.
Because it's not the same as a rivet tool. So I've got one of them. So I'm going to cut the lengths for the bed and for the height. So everything's ready to go there. I'm then going to locate where my holes are going to go.
Yes. For
the riv nuts. Drill those, put the riv nuts in, line up with some holes through the wood, and
happy days.
Job done.
It's becoming exciting, guys.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit closer.
We ordered all of the IKEA bedding stuff. We ordered extra. It's all arrived now, so it's literally just down to us to trying to get this done. Yeah,
pretty much.
So let's do it.
Let's crack on.
So, in the middle of...
Right, what we're doing, I've just done pocket holes. And now I'm going to screw the little boogers back.
So this is our bed frame, the ones that get screwed on.
This is going to be riv nutted to
the sides
of the van.
Yeah, okay.
But I wanted to pocket hole them because, to me, it's a nice finish. Let's get the other one in.
Okay, right. Nicely done. Okay.
Job's a good one. So both sides are done.
And
that is what we got.
Yeah. So that's going to go to the side. Yeah.
Yeah. In here.
Yeah. Let me jump in. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the height of our bed, a 55.
Oh, look. Back.
I can imagine our beddy on there.
Beautiful Bernard. Yeah, this is all going to get riv nutted back through into these.
Yeah.
Because there's one here, one over here, and down there.
Yeah, we've filmed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Awesome. Let's
Cool.
do it. So Mr. Daniel's now messing about with his little tool, aren't you? A riv nut tool.
Yeah.
He bought.
My little tool.
Yes.
Tiny. Look at my little tool. Fucking little tool.
So, right, after repositioning the MDF and drilling the holes for the bed, we encountered a small issue with the riv nut tool not fitting through the MDF. So we had to...
No, what it was, the hardboard that we put across the
hardboard.
front, in order for me to drill the right size, 10.8 for the M8 riv nuts, I couldn't drill any bigger hole through the hardboard. So I took the hardboard off. That's now 10mm, which is where we left it. But what I've done is I've then gone through my 10.8mm drill with that away from it, so I can put the riv nut. So the riv nut sits directly on the front of that rather than on the front of the hardboard.
Yeah. Good job we didn't pin the hardboard all the way in. So we'll reposition this after we've done all the holes. So you already have done one hole.
Example number 1.
Here we go. So you're going to demonstrate how we do this. Right, so the other 3 are done with a little bit of, you know, awkward place. But now this is...
Yeah, it's a bit...
So let's demonstrate here better now.
10.8 hole. Okay. That's the size for an M8 riv nut.
Yeah.
So once you're in position, fully stretched out, get it in, push, and squeeze. Just like this. Do it a couple of times, just make sure that you are all good, and then you just unscrew.
So basically that squashes the metal thing and creates like a washer on the other side kind of thing.
It crimps it.
Yeah, crimps it together so it doesn't go up.
So it pulls them together.
Yeah.
So as you push in, it's kind of like doing this.
Yeah. Okay. And this is then afterwards
the bolt that we're going to be using.
Like, awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super solid. Okay, well let's continue with the rest.
So we'll just knock the rest out.
So all the riv nuts are in place and Mr. Daniel screwing some bolts. They're pretty solid. Stainless steel you gone for, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I've gone a bit out of
I was going to use plastic ones, but I chose not to in the end.
Yeah. Funny. So this is now what is so far the final result. So we've repositioned the wood back. Everything's kind of as tight as. So yeah. Anyway, so next thing is now she's going to tighten it up, and we'll get on to another side, aren't we?
Do the other side.
Yeah.
And now we've just learnt from this side.
Yes.
We can implement our learnings on that side.
Yeah, it's going to be done much quicker now. We hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, last one.
Up. Lovely.
Yeah, right. So, guys, before no, we haven't filmed that, but we have finished this side and we have finished the wood bit, and now there was a time to work out the a bed. So exciting!
Yes.
So this is the
Scorva bed supports.
Yeah, and then obviously brackets have to be bought separately.
Call them.
Yeah.
From IKEA.
Yes. Well, the Scorva from IKEA, and then the brackets have to be bought
on eBay.
Separately on eBay.
Apparently you can get them for free from IKEA, but we couldn't find anywhere we could get them from.
No.
So
$6.99 for
negligible, really.
6 of them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was a bargain enough. Anyway.
Yeah.
So our idea is our bed or our MDF is going to sit on the top. So Mr. Daniel made sure that this is a flush with the top, because the idea is the wood going to sit on the top and it can overlap here. So we're going to have 18mm ply. It's going to sit on the top of our supports here, and obviously on here. Yeah. I'm going to screw them down into that, and I'm going to self-tap into this. Okay. I don't want that down. Nothing like you overdo this. I suggest we super glue this and mastic that as well. And then a bit of sellotape around them, yeah? Yeah, good shout. Absolutely. But nonetheless, so, you can see, guys, look at that. It's like coming along, right? If I step back amongst the other wood and everything else, we can see Mr. Daniel sitting in our bed. Bed. Yeah. Yet. In the boot. So we're gonna have obviously 2 more of this going up there, and then obviously the little one, another one at the back, and the little one up the top there. So it's kind of like gives you an idea, right, of the the space we have, which we can work out a bit better.
Yeah.
So it's now 4 o'clock. It is Saturday. We're not saying desperate for beer because we had one, but desperate for a bit of dinner. So, but yes, we want to finish this today, get this out. At least we can position some cardboard and visualize other things, because obviously things do change along the way.
Yeah.
So we shall now put the beer down, pick up some tools.
Yeah, I'm going to get the other 4 brackets on, level those out, make sure they're all level across, go from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. So, right, last time, guys, we have been doing the bed frames, and as you can see now, it is finished. Well, not really totally finished, but the first bed frame is done. We have positioned a piece of wood there on the top just to give us a rough idea and a feel really of the space that we have to work with. We will be doing the second bed at a different stage, but obviously time now to do the ceiling, because by the time we put the beds and the frames, it's going to be on the way to do the ceiling. So we decided to do the ceiling today. We have ordered and opted in for one of those insulated sound panels, I think they're called.
Acoustic
Panels, I've been told. You can get them in B&Q. They're, I think, about £87 per panel. They are 2.4 meters long by 600 wide, but we managed to pick them up on eBay, which are look like a thicker and slightly better quality for pretty much half the price. So we've got 4 of those panels there, and the idea is they're going to be going on the ceiling lengthwise on the van. But of course, before putting them up, we need to do some wiring for the lights. We have again opted out to buy some different lighting rather than reusing the ones that we had. They are dimmable and individually controlled, which is really, really good. So today's plan will be to pre-wire the lights, somehow position the lights, and then of course we need to be riveting the wood supports to support the panels because they are rather heavy. So we do have pretty much our work cut out. So without further ado, let's get started. So right, guys, so far this is what we've got. So we've got 2 beams are down, and we've got, I think, another 3 to go. So Mr. Daniel done the 3 rivets here, so went 3 of them straight into the voids there, not the void, through to the beam there. And then for the extra security, one decided to put some extra screws, but it is solid, it is not going anywhere. Obviously the shape of it is still slightly bit bendy, but because our ceiling is slightly flexible, it's going to work out really, really nicely. But that looks rather good. So yeah, I've got a few more beams to go, and then yeah, this is the shape of the ceiling. But nonetheless, it's working out okay, and yeah, we shall continue. So there we are. So all the beams are done across, and we'll put one extra here for extra support, because the insulating panel is one of the biggest ones here. And then also we've put some extra reinforcement, if you wish, into the ceiling, but because our 2.4 ceiling finishes right about here, we needed extra support to put the second part of it further to the end of the van. So this was the reason for that. And of course we're going to be making some cutouts for our little ceiling skylight. So the next step will be is to do that exactly, and then some wiring. So, right, the first bit is now in place. That looks pretty smart. That is now kind of starting to look a bit more like home. Anyway, so this is what it looks like from there. So all screws are evened out, all black to match the lights and to match the accent color. So yeah, that's kind of going okay. So we're going to be cutting up the second half and making sure everything is lined up all around this car light, and then we'll be positioning the lights, and then of course we'll have to take the some screws off to make sure that we can pass the cable through. But so far this is what we've gone to. Just make sure you have to measure twice and cut once, and make sure everything lines up. But you gotta say, it does look pretty darn good. So this is how we're putting through the lights. So the ceiling's on, and obviously tiny little holes, get the cables through, screw in the lights. We've got 2 abreast at the moment, and we'll be doing connections after on. But it's, yeah, they're kind of looking very fitting, aren't they? They do indeed.
I think so.
Okay. Right guys, so the second part of the ceiling is done, which I'm going to show you that in a minute. I gotta say, it's been rather difficult considering our LED lights have a very tiny hole for the cable that's come through, and trying to hold a rather heavy piece of ceiling whilst trying to nylon block the light through, being so short that I have to stand on the tiptoes. It was rather hard.
Yeah,
it was rather hard.
When you've been doing it all day and you're tired,
and you start laughing,
and
you're holding the ceiling with your head, trying to nylon block it and screw it at the same time. It was absolute nightmare. But let me turn the camera around, and you can get to see it a little bit closer up, which we're rather happy with the results. So let me do that. Right, so there we are. This is the semi-finished result. Do excuse there's some pencil marks on there which will be rubbing off. But so this is the lights that we opted out for. So they are got switch on there, individual switches, and each of them are dimmable. So we've gone for 2 of them in the middle. Still got the end caps to go on, and then we've got 1 to go above the kitchen. They are super bright. We tested them out. They're approximately 5 watts each when they're running at the lowest setting, and 15 watt, I believe, each when they're the highest. So pretty good. But nonetheless, right, so this is what we've got. Looks pretty good. We still got the other half to be, well, cutting them up to fit us, but it's 5 o'clock now, and we've been at it all day. We had enough, and that's that. So today we're going to be calling this a day, and we'll show you, hopefully, well, we'll see you tomorrow. So, right, the following day, guys, and there we are. We finally have finished. That was a little bit of fun and games, unfortunately, because of the shape of the ceiling and the fact trying to match up the wood slats was nightmare. Originally, we didn't have the little bar that goes across, and we just lined them up, and half of that looked fine, and this half was just not working, and it looked awful. So we decided to put a little joining bar across, and it kind of all looks straight. It's a bit odd being there going kind of across, but nonetheless, it is far better looking.
You've got to actually look.
Yeah, to see. Yeah.
But, yeah.
It is what it is, unfortunately. The length of those things wasn't long enough, but yeah, it's now finished and it is looking great. So guys, we're going to leave this on this note, leave the episode here. The roof is now done, the skylight is now fixed, which I'll show you in the beginning of the next one. And generally, yeah, it's kind of a good progress. A little bit scary considering our aim is to finish this by September, and we really don't have that much of a time left. But the next episode, we're going to be tackling the sides and the rest of the beds. I see you then. Bye-bye.